What is multiverse theory? Let us discuss. Multiverse theory suggests that our universe, with all its hundreds of billions of galaxies and almost countless stars, spanning tens of billions of light years, may not be the only one. Instead, there may be an entirely different universe, distantly separated from ours, and another, and another. Indeed, there may be an infinity of universes, all with their own laws of physics, their own collections of stars and galaxies. If stars and galaxies can exist in those universes, and maybe even their own intelligent civilizations, it could be that our universe is just one member of a much grander, much larger multitude of universes, a multiverse. The concept of the multiverse arises in a few areas of physics and philosophy, but the most prominent example comes from something called inflation theory. Inflation theory describes a hypothetical event that occurred when our universe was very young, less than a second old. In an incredibly brief amount of time, the universe underwent a period of rapid expansion, inflating to become many orders of magnitude larger than its previous size, according to NASA. Thus, while inflation ended in our universe, there may have been other, much more distant regions where inflation continued and continues even today. Individual universes can pinch off of larger inflating, expanding universes, creating an infinite sea of eternal inflation filled with numerous individual universes. In this eternal inflation scenario, each universe would emerge with its own laws of physics, its own collection of particles, its own arrangement of forces and its own values of fundamental constants. This might explain why our universe has the properties it does, particularly the properties that are hard to explain with fundamental physics, such as dark matter and the cosmological constant. Deng said, "If there is a multiverse, then we would have random cosmological constants in different universes, and it is simply a coincidence that the one we have in our universe takes the value that we observe," he said. The biggest piece of evidence for the multiverse is that life exists, particularly intelligent life capable of making cosmological observations. Certain aspects of our universe seem special and important for supporting life, such as the longevity of stars, the abundance of carbon, the availability of light for photosynthesis and the stability of complex nuclei, said Macullen Sandora, an affiliates research scientist at the Blue Marble Space Institute of Science. But all these features are typically not the case if you get handed a random universe, Sandora told Live Science in an email. The multiverse offers one explanation for why all these features are favorable in our universe, which is that other universes exist as well, but we observe this one because it's capable of supporting complex life, Sandora said. Many scientists have tried to find more physical, hard evidence for the multiverse's existence. For example, if a neighboring universe happened to be close to ours long ago, it may have collided with our universe, creating a detectable imprint. That imprint could be in the form of distortions in the cosmic microwave background, the light left over from when the universe was a million times smaller than it is today, or in strange galaxy properties in the direction of the collision, according to the Early Universe blog published by University College London. But all of these types of searches have come up empty, so the multiverse remains hypothetical. Deng is searching for evidence of the multiverse by looking for special kinds of black holes that could be artifacts of pieces of our universe that separated into their own universe via a process called quantum tunneling. If some regions of our universe separated this way, they would have left behind bubbles in our universe that would turn into these unique black holes, which may still exist today, according to Deng. Perhaps the most mind-bending implication of the multiverse is the existence of doppelgangers. If there really are an infinity of universes, but a finite number of ways to arrange particles in any individual universe, then the same patterns are bound to be repeated, eventually. That would mean that at some incredible, but finite, distance, there would be an exact copy of you watching an exact copy of this video. And because There would be an infinite number of universes, there would be an infinite number of these exact scenarios all happening simultaneously, according to the Institute of Physics. Some theories in physics give rise to the idea of multiple universes, where nearly identical versions of the known universe exist. But if such a multiverse does exist, how would people know, and what would it mean for humanity? There may be ways to find out if the known universe is one of many, said Brian Greene, a theoretical physicist and author at Columbia University in New York. There are certain versions of the multiverse that, should they be correct, might be most susceptible to confirmation, Greene told Live Science. 5 reasons we may live in a multiverse. For example, in the multiverse suggested by string theory, a model that says the universe is compassed of one-dimensional strings, the known universe might exist on a giant 3D membrane, Greene told Live Science. In such a world, if the universe is a loaf of bread, everything we know about takes place on one slice, he said. Conceivably, debris from collisions that migrated off our slice into the wider cosmos might leave missing energy signatures, which a particle accelerator, like the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, might be able to detect, Greene said. Some theories of inflation, the notion that the universe expanded rapidly in the first fractions of a second after the Big Bang, suggest another kind of multiverse. The Big Bang could be one of many Big Bangs, each giving rise to its own universe, a cosmic bubble in a sea of other bubbles. In such a scenario, the known universe might collide with another one, which might leave an imprint on the cosmic microwave background, the radiation signature left over from the Big Bang, Greene said. Perhaps it's a moot point. I think free will bit the dust long before multiverse theory, Greene said. Scientific equations describe the particles that make up all matter, including humans, Greene said. While more complex structures arise that have no relevance to a single particle, temperature, for instance, everything still has a fundamental microphysical underpinning, he said. That means free will is merely a human sensation, not actual control. When I move my teapot, that sensation is absolutely real, Greene said. But that's all it is. It's a sensation. Maybe in another universe, there's a Brian Greene that believes in free will. But if a multiverse does exist, it could have some wacky consequences. A world with an infinite number of universes would virtually ensure that conditions in one universe would repeat in another, Greene said. In other words, there would almost certainly be another version of this video edited by another version of me. In such a multiverse, you might decide to watch the video in one universe and not watch it in another. What would that mean for the notion of free will? What do you think about you, and, again you, isn't of another parallel universe? Let us in the comment section below.